Hi, welcome to Artist Academia. Today we'll be learning how to draw Bruno from the movie Encanto. To start, I'm going to draw the bottom of an oval. Like this, and that's going to be the bottom of his face. Then I'm going to draw another partial oval like that, and then a little curve up there, and that makes his nose. Then I'm going to do two circles for his eyes on either side of his nose, like this, that, and I'm going to put his irises in the middle like that. And I'm going to draw his mouth. So the bottom of his mouth is going to be in a nice curve like that into a smile. And then I'm going to draw the top of his mouth more or less straight across like that. Next, I'm going to draw his neck. So it's just a nice curve like that and that. Great job. So now you can already start to see his face and his head. So now we need to draw on his eyebrows. I'm going to take a little bit of a thinner pen here and draw two curves like this. And a little line there and right there, and then connect this end to right there. And I'm going to draw the outside of his hair. So his hair is like very curly, and so I'm going to start up here and start doing these nice squiggly lines like this. I'm going to do it on the opposite side. And then I'm going to put the bottom edge of his hair like this. And then I'm going to take this thinner pen and I'm going to draw in more of his hair. So right around here, there's a nice squiggle like that. So it looks like his hair kind of falling over his forehead a little bit, and there's going to be some on the other side too, like that. And then some squiggles on the side of his face, so you can tell that there's hair. So you don't really see his ears, his hair is really covering them up. And then I'm going to put a few more squiggles in this mass of hair so that you get the sense that it's all really curly. So now that we have his head, we'll move on to his body. So I'm going to draw a nice curve here and here like that, and then do a nice long V for the top of his shirt. And then I'm going to have him posing his arms. So I'm going to start by extending out this line for his shoulders, and then I'm going to bring a line down this way and start bringing one this way, but don't go any further yet. So I'm going to draw two lines, and they're going to be a little bit thinner over here, a little bit thicker here, and a nice curve like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing right around here. Two lines and a nice curve like that. And then I'm going to have his arms, like his hands are going to be kind of like this. So I'm going to draw a nice loop up here for his thumb. And then another thin loop. This is for his pointer finger. Connect those there. And then put kind of like, see, this gives you the impression that there's like more fingers behind it. So this hand is being posed like that. I'm gonna draw a nice curve like this. He's gonna have a rat that's sitting on his hand. Nice line. And it's gonna loop around like this. And that just gives you, you can see his fingers. Obviously his thumb is not shown because it's behind the rat, but you can start to see like his fingers. You can kind of see all the fingers that are lined up behind this pinky finger. And then I'm gonna draw his sleeves so they're like rolled around his elbows. I'm gonna draw a nice loop here. And that's really all you see of the sleeves. He has like a poncho that has a lot of fabric that's like hanging over his shirt. So that's all you're gonna see of his shirt. You mostly see the poncho. So I'm gonna start drawing the poncho in more. So bring that down. And then he needs to have like holes in it where his arms are coming through. So draw like that. And do one more line there. And then he has like a frayed edge along the bottom of his poncho, and so I'm just gonna do little lines like this. Like that. And then I'm gonna draw on his pants and his feet. So I'm gonna draw, the bottom of his pants are rolled up. So it's basically like two rectangles except the corners are curved. And then just do two lines for each leg like that. And I'm gonna do his feet. So for his ankles. And I'm gonna do curves for each of his toes on both sides. Like that. And then he is wearing flip-flops, so I'm gonna draw those in. There's this big chunky part between his big toe and the second toe there. And then you have the rest of the strap. And then do a nice curve on either side, a line, and then the curve for the bottom of the flip-flop, just like that. I'm gonna take this thinner pen and draw in more details. So on his strap, he has little dots. This is the strap of his flip-flop, like that. And then there's patterns that are along his poncho or parts of it. So I'm gonna do some lines here, little stripes. And do dots, 3 dots here, 3 dots here. And then I'm gonna draw a triangle going this way, that way, bottom of a triangle here. And then inside that, these triangles is another smaller triangle. It's gonna be the same thing here. It's gonna do 2 lines here, 2 lines here, some dots, and then we're gonna do a triangle, 2 smaller triangles within it. And then he has some facial hair. So I'm gonna do some of these like little lines for his mustache, some hairs there, right in the middle below his mouth, and then some little hairs. And these are just really small little marks that I'm making really fast with this thinner pen like that. That's its facial hair. And then lastly, we have the rat that he's holding. So for the rat, I'm gonna do this curve kind of like this. It's a very interesting shape, and then curve up like that, like this. And then I'm gonna draw a little curve for its nose, a circle for its ear, the eye right there. And I'm gonna do 2 little curves right there for its hands. And then curves for that's its feet. And then just a little mousy tail like that. So there you go. That's how to draw Bruno from Encanto. Thank you so much for joining us. Great job. And don't forget to subscribe and like so you don't miss another art lesson.